subscribe to my shitty channel.
Have a girl, we call her Karleesteel.
So today what I have is another Talk Tuesday, and today's is a little different. It's a story time, but also like a talk at the same time. Talk Tuesday, get it? Anyways, I'm in a rush. I have to leave in literally like 20 minutes to go pick up my friend, and I still have to edit this and upload it and make a thumbnail. So if there's bad editing in this or something, just ignore it. I don't know if this is in focus, honestly. I'm fucking praying, please. Today I am doing a video on breakups and my breakup story and my past relationship and all that stuff. Basically, was it last year? No, not last year, but the year before, I basically had, was it last year? I think it was last, I don't know. All I know was that it was a year or two ago, I don't remember. I went through the worst breakup of my life and I didn't think I was gonna get over it. I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about the relationships. I had 2 cups of coffee, by the way, so if I'm like shaking and jittery, I swear, you don't have to put hashtag save Karleesteel, I'm fine. I just had a lot of coffee. It was about, I don't know, a year or 2 years ago. I can't keep track of time, honestly, I forget. I was in a relationship with a guy for almost a year. I think it was like 10 or 11 months, something along those lines. Talking for like 4 months ahead of time before we actually got into a relationship. So we were kind of like talking basically in each other's lives every day for a year. While I was in this relationship, I didn't realize that it was a bad relationship until after I got out of it. So the thing is when he broke up with me, he was going on a trip for 2 weeks somewhere. And he's like, Karlee, I'll let you know when I get back if I still want you or not. So I'm like, okay, like because I was so in love with him, I was like, I don't care how you treat me, I will wait for you until you come back. So this whole time while he's gone, I wasn't hanging out with any guys. By the way, I wasn't allowed to have guy friends when I was dating him, which is already a bad sign. I wasn't hanging out with guys. I just sat in my house for 2 weeks. It was actually during spring break. I sat in my house for 2 weeks while he was gone. I did not leave. I did not text anyone. If guys messaged me, I wouldn't answer. I just laid in bed and did absolutely shit all because I didn't do social media at this point either. So I literally just sat in bed for my whole spring break and did nothing. I was waiting for him to come back. So 2 weeks comes by and he comes back and he messages me and he's like, hey, I'm back. And you want to know what he said to me? He said, let's be honest. He's like, while I was gone, did you kiss anybody? I'll be honest if you be honest. And I said, no, I didn't even hang out with anybody because you said that you would tell me when you come back if you wanted me or not. Which, by the way, is not right. You shouldn't have to wait. Like, they either want you or they don't. So don't listen to that shit. He's like, oh, did you kiss anyone? And I was like, no, I didn't kiss anyone. I was like, did you? And he's like, yeah, I kissed 2 girls. So I'm sitting here waiting for you and you just kissed 2 girls. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I go insane. I start crying. And technically we weren't together. So like technically it was okay, but technically it wasn't in my head. Like, you know what I mean? He was telling me to wait for him. So like, why is it okay for you to go do stuff but I can't? So that's basically like how manipulative he was. Like, I thought, okay, we weren't together, so it's okay if you do stuff, but I couldn't. And that's the type of person he was. So I was like, so I start crying. He's like, it's your fault. You're like, he would just say a bitch. He would be like, stop being a fucking baby. Like, he would just be so rude to me while I was crying. And he's like, oh, like, it's your fault. And he basically made it seem like it was my fault that he kissed people. So he ended up not getting back with me, and I sat there and I still begged for him back, even though he broke up with me, made me wait, and then kissed 2 girls. And he messages me and he tells me that he brought all of the clothes that I bought him on his vacation and gave it to the girls that he made out with. But I was still the bad. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. He would constantly call me like a bitch or a slut or a hoe or whatever. And whenever we would argue, he would kind of manipulate the argument to make it feel like it was my fault. I could never have a problem. If I ever was upset, he would somehow make it into my issue, like it was my fault. So I didn't realize that was bad at the time because I didn't know anything other than that. And I'm not saying this is for everyone, but for me at least, I was so in love with him. I was like, oh no, he's right. It is my fault. It is my fault. My bad. And I would end up apologizing for something that he did. That is not how a relationship should be at all. So that's basically what happened in our relationship. And he would constantly call me a whore, a slut, all that stuff. He was my world. Like, I made him my world. When you're in a relationship, you have to make sure that you still have yourself. And that's not what I did. I kind of just made it all about him. Like, if I wanted to go watch a movie with my friends, I would say no because I was like, oh, I can watch this movie with my boyfriend. I just didn't realize that I was in a relationship that was so toxic, you know, at the time, because I was so blinded by like, oh, he's perfect, or he's doing this for my best interest. He's doing this because he loves me and he's right. He's just telling me what I'm doing wrong. Because I made my whole world revolve around a guy, I didn't know what to do with myself when he left. I'm not here to tell you guys what a relationship is and what a relationship isn't, but I was in a verbally abusive relationship and he was the most manipulative guy I've ever been with. I don't regret that relationship because it taught me a lot. I met amazing people out of that relationship. Literally, guys, social media was my outlet for it. That's why I started social media. So shout out to him, bitch. Actually, you know what? I don't regret it. Shout out to you, bitch, for making my social media career. even though that was a bad situation, it turned into a good one. I don't know, this was just a Tub Talk Tuesday. This is kind of different. It wasn't a story, it was kind of a story time, but kind of not. If you guys want me to go more in detail about this stuff, give this a thumbs up. Comment down below what topic you guys want me to talk about. I will go more into detail about it if you guys want me to, if that's something you're interested in. Also, I will do a video on breakup tips because, you know, I got out of it and I'm good and I was in love with this guy, and I couldn't be more happier now, and that's actually thanks to you guys. So let me know if you guys kind of enjoyed this. Leave down your stories down below. Like, my advice could be totally wrong. This is just my point of view and my opinion on this stuff. I love you guys so much, and stay confident. Bye, beautifuls.
Polka dot bikini with the brown hair. I love it when she comes around here. Damn, tell me when you come to town. We can wear them headphones, baby, no sound. Damn, what up, Karlee? What's up, girl? Tell me what I gotta do to make you my girl. With that Louis Vuitton, I can see you at VidCon. And in the night, gaze,